Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out a game called Hairball by developer Udell Games. Hairball is a game about stomach acid and cat vomit, and it's the story of Tim. That is the description the author has written on the actual IndieDB site for this one. It's a pretty strange premise. We're going to be controlling a hairball inside of a cat's stomach. As far as I can tell, it is some sort of a platformer, and the game actually took first place in the Arbitrary Game Jam, which is a game jam that I'm going to definitely be looking up after this. I am quite eager to see how this goes, and I'm kind of curious to know how this is going to be. I mean, I don't really know exactly what kind of game this is going to turn out to be. It looks like we're going to be, okay, literally just controlling a ball of fluff. Alright, so that's actually pretty much what I thought it would be. Did that hurt me? What's going on here? That's an impediment. Okay, so I want to not go there. Okay, so it looks like there are giant fragments of possibly bone coming from the ceiling. Oh, what am I supposed to do with this? There's just spikes. Alright, let's see. Acid reflux in 1 minute 32 seconds, so we also have to watch out for acid reflux, of course. Okay, I didn't realize we could jump. That would be my fault. So let's jump over this. I was actually talking over the introduction where they were laying out the instructions here. So pick up that ball, and hopefully that makes me bigger and more able to, I don't know, get over obstacles or something. Alright, there's another ball there, okay. So we're going to keep moving to the right. There is a, pretty floaty sense to the controls. It's not necessarily the easiest to move around, but at the same time, if it was too easy, I guess the challenge would not be adequate here. So, I'm just going to keep trying to inflate my life. Oh, what's this? That's a bacterium, right? We want to avoid those, I believe. Or do we want to collect them? I don't know, I need to check. Saved. Okay, we do want to collect them. That's what I get for talking over the introduction, and... oh, there's a second one, but I missed another one. And there's just a cat meowing somewhere off in the distance. I guess we're inside the cat, so we're just hearing it from the inside. This is not usually the way that I'm used to hearing cats, but I guess it works. So we're just going to keep exploring here until we find the blue bacterium. And hopefully we will be taken to a new world. Okay, well, there's another ball of further. So I didn't realize this was going to be like a go left and right style thing. I figured this was going to be like you go in one direction until you can't go anymore. Whoa. And just keep getting stuff. What happens when acid reflux strikes? Do we just die? Alright, now that I know I can jump over these, that's going to make things a little bit easier. And also, what happens if I reach the full bar on the life there? Alright, keep going. I gotta be close, right? There can't be too much more ground to cover. It's been a learning experience, honestly. I think I could probably approach the situation much more mindfully on the second go. Oh, man. Well, I got to the... I made it. Did I win or what? With 0 seconds to spare, but you couldn't save all your friends. Press enter to play again. Alright, let's try that again. Let's see if I can save all my friends. Certainly a unique experience. I can't say that I've ever played much else like this. I don't know, I was kind of hoping there was going to be more to it, though. I mean, there's enough here to actually, keep you playing a couple times, but something like this, I imagine it could be interesting to see, like, a Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts style, like, a map of the cat, and try and move through the different parts of the cat, and each part would have its own challenges and impediments. Could be kind of a fun thing. And this was also just made in like 3 days, so that also does bear mentioning. But if this concept was to be expanded further, I would be interested in seeing something like that. Like what, specific parts of the cat would pose what problems. And it looks like maybe, is this stuff somewhat changeable? Or did I really just miss that dude the other time? Because I thought that the positioning was a little bit different for most of these things. As well, it probably should be, honestly, because if we go through this enough times, it's probably going to get a little repetitive if it's not. The graphical style is definitely a bit on the cartoony side. I mean, what would you really expect? And we're a ball of, like, hair and eyes rolling around inside a cat's gut. Honestly, what part of the cat is it that we're rolling on top of here? Is this just, organ tissue of some sort? Oh, that bone fragment just landed right on top of me. Let's try that again. I'm determined to save all my friends and get the best ending, I suppose. I don't know, is there going to be an ending? I hope there is. I tend to get stuck a little bit in some of these awkward positions where you come up next to one of these bone fragments, and it means I also have to make sure that I collect everything in these fur piles here and make sure I don't miss something from it. I was also thinking when I was picking this one out, I was thinking, what if this is like a Katamari style game? And, you know, pardon the sort of pun there, but the fact that maybe you could be running through all this fur that's just sort of hanging out, and maybe you could use that to grow bigger, and then, like, I don't know, you'd probably end up just choking the cat to death by the end, which would not really make for the most fun game in the world, but you know, it could be possible that there is something there to it. I really think I might have just, like, passed over that bacterium that was just right next to me there. So now I'm going to try and head back to the left as far as I can, although I thought the yellow one was all the way at the furthest left, so I don't know what I'm talking about here. Let's keep going. But yeah, acid reflux is like, okay, so that's the way that the game ends. You know, this is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but with acid reflux. Would not surprise me. And so the bones are knocking little bits of my health away each time. And I think my ball's actually getting larger now. I'm not sure I noticed that before. So maybe there is a little bit of that to it. But I was sort of picturing maybe if our ball gets big enough, we could, like, knock down certain structures or, like, be able to progress in a way that we couldn't before, although you would think it would probably be the opposite effect. Oh, look, we found the last one. And now my goal, I think... Oh, all hail King Tim, Lord of the Moist. My goal now, I think, is just to get enough bits of hair and balls of fur and whatever to fill up my bar, and then I think I should be safe. But I only have, like, 5 seconds... Oh, goodness, that was the last possible moment I could have gotten through that. 3 seconds to spare, saved all my friends. I'm basically the king of all that I can survey inside of this cat. Let's press enter, and, well, I guess that'll probably be the end of the episode, because I think I've seen everything there is to see. But interesting concept. I could see this being expanded further into more. I like the idea. I like where you started with it. I like where your head is at, and I would love to see more from you in the future. I'm speaking, obviously, to the developer here, so, you know, keep your eyes out. Maybe we'll be in contact, and maybe we'll see what else happens in the future. And again, I'm going to definitely have to check out this arbitrary game jam, because if you haven't noticed, I'm real into arbitrary games, you know, as a whole. Kind of look for that kind of stuff for my channel. It's definitely where a lot of the meat comes from and stuff like that. And game jams in particular, the amount of bizarre creativity that comes out of people in like 48 to 72 hours is unparalleled when people start rolling together and coming up with stuff. I think it sort of synergizes. People see, like, okay, so we've established this culture of strangeness, and then that happens, and we need to, like, extrapolate huge amounts of strangeness in a short amount of time. You know, silly things happen in new ways that I never imagined possible. So that is something I'd like to keep my eyes open for. And of course, to you viewers out there, if you know a game like this or something, you know, equally silly or interesting in one various way or another, feel free to let me know. I always take suggestions, whether that be through the comments or if you want to contact me via Twitter or, you know, YouTube PM, whatever. It's all good. I'm not shy. I generally will answer just about anything. Although, you know, time has been a little bit more pressing lately. I've had a little less extra time. Oh, look, I beat the game by accident. I wasn't even paying attention that time. With 38 seconds to spare. But I couldn't save all my friends. I didn't even try that hard. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that ramble, but as always, thank you for hanging out for another episode of Indie Impressions. If you want to go check this game, it is check it out for yourself. I mean, it is available for free, and you can go grab it from the IndieDB page, which will be linked in the description of this video, as well as my social media links. So if you want to go catch more of Indie Impressions, you can feel free to stop by my website, which is indie-impressions.com. Nearly 500 episodes of the show available for your perusal, all tagged and convenient, and you can sort them by genres and free and Steam and all that good stuff. So if you have a particular inkling for some kind of a game, feel free to stop by. All my other social media links are in the description as well, so if you want to see my Twitter, my Twitch, my Facebook page, all that stuff is over there, so feel free to stop by. I'd love to hear any comments if you'd like to let me know what you think about this game, what you might have done differently, any thoughts of how you might improve it or change it. You know, what do you think of the art style? What do you think of the progression mechanic? Any of that stuff is fair game. I am here to promote discussion, so let me know what you think. And of course, you know, if you want to leave any support in the form of likes, that is entirely up to you. I do appreciate it very much, though, and it helps spread the word to other people. Basically, the more likes the video gets, the higher in the search rankings it gets, the more people see the games, the more people will discover more cool indie games. So I figure it's sort of a win-win proposition, but I'm not one to beg for them. Just if you think that the video is worth it, please do feel free. So that is going to do it again for another episode. Thank you so much for hanging out. Be sure to stop back again tomorrow. New episodes are every single day without exception. So I hope to see you here again then, and I hope to hear from you all, and I hope you have a lovely night. Take care, guys. Talk to you later.